Honorable member, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to comment on this very important subject matter. Mr. Speaker, let me also commend the learned leader for making this very important statement. Mr. Speaker, we know that the 11th of July will go down in history as one of the dark days of our democratic journey. Mr. Speaker, it is also the case that the event will also constitute a takeaway from our credentials, our democratic credentials. Mr. Speaker, anybody observing from an impartial stance or from an international observance will come to an irresistible conclusion that what happened is a minus in our democratic practice. Mr. Speaker, more worrying is when you would see fellow human beings reviewing the lives of their fellow human beings to a conclusion that they deserve an affliction that has occasioned them. Mr. Speaker, I was surprised to have seen my senior, the Member of Parliament for Pusiga, a female, who boldly reviewed the life of a fellow woman and came to a conclusion that she deserved the affliction that has come upon her. Mr. Speaker, I think that when men want to fight, they fight their colleague men. Mr. Speaker, you do not find men who fly in the air with all the strength in their bodies only to attack a woman. Mr. Speaker, it is also shameful when you would find leading members of government. Mr. Speaker, it is obvious, and we can state so emphatically, without any ambiguity, that the mayhem that we witnessed in Ablekuma North is one that is likely to be state-sponsored. And I say so, Mr. Speaker, because after the event, Mr. Speaker, respectfully, the point that I'm making is that I have no doubt in my mind that government is complicit in the activities that occurred, the mayhem that occurred.
Honorable member, I ask that you should be guided accordingly. Honorable member, conclude.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to know from the leader of the House that the conduct of the elections...
Honorable member, go ahead and conclude your comment.
Mr. Speaker, respectfully, Mr. Speaker, my disappointment, my utter disappointment is in the fact that leading members of our government, after the event which we are all lamenting about, went public and endorsed an attack. And Mr. Speaker, as if a section of our populace deserve that mayhem to be visited on them. Mr. Speaker, in this House, all that I've heard is a recount of, so to speak, an attribution of a crime to Howard Kumsen, the honorable former member of Parliament. But Mr. Speaker, our laws are very clear that if somebody commits even the highest crime of the land, there's a due process to put that person through. And not to hire people to fly in the air to head the chest of a woman on the floor. Mr. Speaker, I think that is very inhuman, to say the least. Mr. Speaker, as we know the law to be, crime does not die. So if the honorable member has committed anything that we deem to be a crime, the proper recourse is in putting her before the law, even as we speak, and we have a government in place. Mr. Speaker, I do not think that we have done well by assaulting her in the manner that we did, and same being applauded by members of the government. Mr. Speaker, I think is very appalling. Mr. Speaker, I am also disappointed by the fact that elements within the party, appointees of government who in the first place prevented the Electoral Commission from collating just 3 police stations. Collating just 3 police stations. They prevented the Electoral Commissioner from doing that. Mr. Speaker, how did they do that? Anytime the Electoral Commissioner was ready to do her work, we found appointees that went on social media and publicly called tax to march to the office of the Electoral Commission. And in no time, these people, armed to the teeth, sitting on motorbikes, ready to visit mayhem on the EC and the officers there. Mr. Speaker, what will happen? Obviously, the officers of the EC will run through the windows to save their single dear life. And that is how the Electoral Commission had to do the U-turn that they did. I know they are not proud of the decision they took. They are not proud because they had to take it out of Mr. Speaker, out of force, out of pressure, enormous pressure being brought to bear on them by government. Mr. Speaker, if you have prevented them from carrying out a lawful orders of a high court, and then we are to go for a rerun, and then you find those same appointees, those same elements within the government also publicly marching tax to disrupt the rerun of the elections, and government says nothing about it, and nobody has lost his job even as we speak, then Mr. Speaker, what it means is that the EC cannot collect 3 police stations, and the EC cannot also do a proper rerun because people will march tax to go and disturb the process. Mr. Speaker, this is a difficulty. This is a difficulty that we should all be very worried about.
Honourable Member,
Mr.
conclude.
Speaker, we also witnessed that, well, maybe deliberately or inadvertently, the police that were sent there to man the elections had no weapons. They had no guns. They were not armed. Mr. Speaker, can it be for a reason? Can it be for a reason so that the tax, when they march in armed to the teeth, will be able to overpower the police? And Mr. Speaker, that is what we saw on our TVs, and some of us who went there, that is what we saw. We saw the police helpless.
Conclude.
We saw the police could not do anything because they had no weapons.
Conclude.
Mr. Speaker, we know that the mere sight of a gun handled by a police officer can dispel people with criminal mentality. Mr. Speaker, I think that we have not done very well for ourselves and across the political divide. Mr. Speaker, we should come to a certain consensus. We should come to a certain consensus to enforce the laws that we, this House, we have passed by way of a statute.
Mr. Speaker, I think your time is up.
Us, not a partisan one.
Is up.
Not a partisan one.
Honourable Member, your time is up.
Mr. Speaker, with this words, I thank you for the opportunity.